guys, Tayura here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've already been here, thanks for coming back. So in today's video, I'm coming at y'all with a foundation face-off. I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison with two of my current favorite foundations. So if you are interested in seeing, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video. And follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, as you can already tell by the title, I am going to be doing a side-by-side comparison with the Haus Labs Triclone foundation and the new Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin foundation. I do believe the claims of both foundations are pretty similar, so I wanted to do a side-by-side just in case you only wanted to pick up one foundation. Before I go ahead and apply both foundations, I am going to prime my skin. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum as my primer. Okay you guys, so I'm going to start with the Makeup by Mario foundation. I have this in the shade 24N. I did do a full review, so if you want to know more about this foundation, I will have a review up above so you can check that out. I am going to apply this to this side of my face and I'm going to go in with one pump, and I'm using a 106 brush from BK Beauty. So the Makeup by Mario foundation is on, just a tad bit darker, but me personally, I love the shade. I love the finish of this foundation. I'm going to take another foundation brush, also a 106 from BK, and I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs foundation. For my Haus Labs foundation, I use the shade 470, and I'm going to apply this to this side of my face. And just like my Makeup by Mario foundation, this is a tad bit dark, but once the face is done, it looks really, really good. So just like the Makeup by Mario foundation, I have a full review on the Haus Labs foundation. So if you want a dedicated video on this foundation, I will have it up above so you can check that out. But right off the bat, I can see a huge difference with both foundations. So this is what both foundations look like. So this is the Haus Labs and this one right here is the Makeup by Mario. I think I mentioned this in my Makeup by Mario review that it is more of a luminous foundation than a hydrating foundation. To me, the Haus Labs feels a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more serumy, a little bit more kind of like a skincare kind of foundation, and the Makeup by Mario is more of a luminous foundation, so it looks glowy but it doesn't feel super hydrating on the skin. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't feel drying on the skin. Being that I'm comparing the two, I'd say the Haus Labs is definitely a bit more hydrating in comparison to the Makeup by Mario foundation. Once again, this is the side with the Makeup by Mario and this is the side with the Haus Labs. I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm using the KVD Good Apple Concealer and I'm mixing this with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. So I'm going in with the KVD first in the shade 173 Tan. This is kind of like closer to skin tone. And then under the eyes only to brighten, I'm using the Nars in the shade Caramel. I'm not going to do my entire base on camera because I want to do a wear test and it is pretty late right now, but I'm going to use the same products that I used in the Makeup by Mario foundation review. So I'm going to do bronzer. I'm using the LYS Cream Bronzer in the shade Strength. I'm going to blend my concealer with a pop-up sponge from Shop Miss A. I did go in with blush. I used the LYS blush. I will have it linked down below. I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I'm using the Mercier translucent setting powder. This is the original translucent, and my beauty blender Pore Pocket Puff. I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Sephora Micro Smooth in the shade 60, and I'm using a 105 brush from BK. Okay, you guys, so this is what the face is looking like after setting. I feel like with everything on top of both foundations, I feel like they look pretty similar. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, and then I'll come back and do my lips with you guys, and then I can do a quick wear test. So I'm going to quickly do my lips with you guys. I'm using the Sephora gel liner in the shade Molasses. For lipstick, I'm using the Lip Stories from Sephora Collection. This is in the shade 06 Tan Lines. And then for gloss, I'm using this Pat McGrath gloss in the shade For Real. To add a little bit more like pinkiness to the lips, I'm using another Pat McGrath gloss. This one is in the shade Wicked Whispers. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I did use a hydrating setting spray. I used the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid setting spray. As I said, I want to give you guys a wear test, but it is pretty late. It's now 7 o'clock, you guys. So I'm going to try and keep this on for like 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5, and then I can give you guys my final thoughts. But so far, I feel like the finished product looks pretty much the same. As I said, when I tried the Makeup by Mario foundation, I was getting the same vibe as the Haus Labs. I just feel like the Makeup by Mario foundation is a little bit more blurring than the Haus Labs foundation, so this side does look a little bit smoother, but overall I feel like the finish looks pretty good. Both foundations look amazing. I love both foundations, so I'll be back in a couple of hours to give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, you guys, I'm back, and this is what the face is looking like. It is now 11:22, so I've had both foundations on for a couple of hours, and I must say I'm not seeing a huge difference. I feel like the face is just now settling in, and it looks a lot more skin-like. It looks beautiful. I love the way my face is looking. I feel like you cannot tell that I used two different foundations, but the main difference that I'm seeing between both foundations is that the Haus Labs is just a little bit more hydrating than the Makeup by Mario. Mario, and the Makeup by Mario foundation is more luminous, kind of like if the e.l.f. Halo Glow was a foundation. That is what I'm getting from Makeup by Mario, and Haus Labs is just a true hydrating foundation. But in terms of like the finished look and how the foundations wear, I feel like it's pretty much the same. Once the makeup is done, you cannot tell that I'm using two different foundations. I do feel like the Makeup by Mario is a tad bit more blurring on the skin than the Haus Labs foundation, but overall both foundations wear beautifully. I feel like it's very hard to just choose one. If you have dry skin, you can pull off both foundations, but if you have oily skin, I would say go with the Makeup by Mario because it's not as hydrating as the Haus Labs foundation. But all in all, I love both of these foundations. If you are looking for good foundations to try out, highly recommend them. Once again, for the Haus Labs foundation, I wear the shade 470, and for the Makeup by Mario, I wear the shade 24N. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys want me to make this a thing on my channel this year, let me know and I'll definitely compare more foundations. But as I said, this was really hard because both foundations look beautiful on my skin. If you have both foundations, let me know what you think, or just what you think after watching this video. Let me know if you need both of these foundations, or if you are going to pick up any of these foundations, let me know which one you choose. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Everything that I used on my face today, I will have linked down below for you guys. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.